Nithyananda, everybody. Welcome back to the Blissful Athlete. I just got done doing another nice long meditation as guided by my guru, and I really wanted to inspire anybody that's following me, following this channel, to begin a meditation practice, especially right now. There's an incredible opportunity happening, and uh, I'll speak on that in a little bit. But first, if you're somebody that doesn't know much about meditation, maybe you want to start learning how to meditate, and maybe you just want a few more tips to improve the depth and quality of your meditation, this video is definitely going to be for you. What we'll do is I'll just guide you through a short 5-minute meditation, give you some instructional tips to help you out during that time, and then I'm going to open this up for a Q&A. So for anybody that's here live, we'll have a nice Q&A after, and you can ask me anything. I'd like to focus specifically on meditation at first, but I'll be taking questions regarding anything. And so the best way to learn and practice is just practice. Just start. Get into that state as much as you can. And as little as 5 minutes a day, that works. But if you can carve out 15 minutes in the morning, in the evening, and then expand beyond that, really that's where you're going to get the most depth and expansion of consciousness, and you'll really start to taste and benefit from meditation when you have those longer sessions. You'll feel the difference as well. You'll get to a point where you want to just keep going. You don't want to end a meditation. And so and you might find that right now, what I'm going to do is I have my phone, and what I always do is I set a timer. I say, okay, this is how long I'm going to sit for today. Set your intention and set a timer. Completely turn your phone off. Keep the timer engaged, and just know that these next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you set for yourself, is time for you. You've decided that this is my time. I'm going to be sitting with myself for X amount of minutes. And so let's do that. I've got a timer set, and I'll start it right now. So from 5 minutes on, the first thing I always try and do is I just focus on getting comfortable. Whether you're in a chair, wherever you are right now, I prefer sitting down on the floor now, but if you're in a chair, that works as well. I always start with taking a few deep inhalations, nice and slow through the nose. Exhaling. And each time that I exhale, I'm focusing on relaxing my entire body, unclutching from any tension within my body. Normally, right away, you'll notice that starts in the shoulders, the back, the legs, the chest, your Anandagandha region, the heart center. Just continuously inhaling, nice, long, slow, through the nose, and then the focus of the exhalation is to relax the shoulders. Don't even worry about the mind, nothing else, just focusing on nice long inhalation through the nose. And then exhaling out of your mouth. And as you exhale, releasing all of the tension in your shoulders. Continuously releasing any tension that you feel in your shoulders. And then unclutching, my guru calls it, unclutching from the stomach. Notice how tense your stomach just was as you consciously release that area. And then inhale again through the nose. And unclutch again from any tension within your body. And then from this moment forward, making sure that you close your eyes and keep the intention of to not move any parts of your body. Keep the entire body calm, stable, and relaxed. Take another nice long inhalation through the nose. And a nice long exhalation out of your mouth and relax. Unclutch from your body. Disengage from any tension that you feel. Are your shoulders completely relaxed? Even I noticed more tension that was there. Relaxing your chest, your back. Unclutching from any tension in your gut, in your legs. Focusing on relaxing the entire body. We'll take one last nice long inhalation through the nose. And then exhale, relaxing your entire body again. Unclutching from your entire body, keeping completely stable. And then for the last 60 seconds or so, completely unclutching from your body, any tension that you notice, and transition that unclutching to anything that's starting to arise in your mind. Unclutching from thoughts, conversations, any mind activity. And take a nice deep inhalation as we close out this practice. And a nice long exhalation, and bring a smile to your face and open up your eyes. It's as simple as that. It does not need to be too complicated to get into a comfortable meditative space. And again, like I said at the beginning, you can sit here for a short period of time, or you can really drag that on. At the very beginning, when I started to really intensify my meditation practice, I would sit for 90 minutes to 2 hours, and I would never want to move. I would never want to come out of that space, all because of this unclutching technique. So if you're interested in learning more and diving deeper into your meditation practice, what I would recommend is there's a description or a link in the description below, signing up and taking part in this global meditation practice that's happening as guided by my guru. And what it really is about is you radiating the state of Paramashiva, radiating bliss in an unclutched state to help heal the world of coronavirus and to reestablish yourself in the state, space, being, powers, and super consciousness of the divine, which is what all meditation should really be about. This is known as the Akhanda Nirvikalpa Samadhi Jnana Yana, a meditation for peace that you can join in and be a part of wherever you are across the globe. It does not matter when or where you are. 24 hours a day, this will be going. And the goal is to have a collective group of 10,000 people meditating simultaneously. So I really do highly recommend participating in this and being a complete part, integrated aspect of this meditation practice to gain all of the punya, all of the benefits. And so with that, as I said, I really wanted to open this up into a Q&A. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those, preferably on anything to do with meditation and focusing on that first and foremost. If you just came over from TikTok as well, I did a meditation practice there. Thank you for tuning in there. The first question that I see is from Viraj. I want to activate my Kundalini, but I'm too scared of the side effects. First thing that we need to understand is that meditation, Kundalini awakening is extremely safe when done so by an enlightened master, by the Guru's grace. And this is what all of the scriptural references talk to us about, whether it's Sage Svatmarama, Goraknath, all of the enlightened masters speak on the benefit and the importance of having the grace of Guru awaken Kundalini. Now, when we try and awaken Kundalini on our own without having a full understanding of what that means, that's where the danger happens. For instance, if you are not a vegetarian and you try and awaken your Kundalini, and maybe it happens, that could be very detrimental to the biomemory, to the muscle memory within your being. Kundalini Shakti is a bioenergy. It's an energetic force. And if anybody has their Kundalini awakened here that's sitting with me, in 2014, my Kundalini was awakened. It was just like this spark shot up from the base of my spine and went up. And right away, I was like, oh, I knew my Kundalini was awakened. But it was a blissful sensation. There was nothing to be afraid of. It was like in a space of gratitude that, wow, this finally happened. The only side effects that came with that were positive. Think about Kundalini energy. It just increases whatever is already within you. If you have love within you, it increases the love within you. If you have fear within you, it can increase that if you awaken it without the guidance of a guru. The guru beautifully weaves the Kundalini. It's an art. It's a science that the guru can awaken the Kundalini in a safe manner. And that's exactly what happened to me. If you consume the flesh and dead animal bodies, you're consuming that biomemory. When you have that biomemory within you, that fear, the stress, the anxiety, that affects you. That affects the Kundalini as it awakens within you. So if you're really wanting to awaken Kundalini, you don't need to practice Kundalini yoga for 25 years and focus on certain pranayamas. That's just not the case. That was not the case for me. My Kundalini was awakened like that. And it was nothing that I did. I was a vegetarian. I just transitioned to being a vegetarian. I was practicing brahmacharya. I was doing all the little things that I could do. And then grace of Guru just awakened it within me. So I really do highly recommend everybody on the planet Earth awakens their Kundalini. It's the greatest gift that any human being can have. But along with that, making sure that it's only the Guru's guidance. Let the Guru awaken your Kundalini. This is not something this is my Sakshi Pramana. This is my experience, but this is also what the scriptures say. This is what the enlightened masters, the Gurus, the sages, Shiva himself are saying to make sure that it is grace of Guru that awakens Kundalini. There's really nothing to fear as well from that. So that was a really good first question. Thank you for asking that, Viraj. For everybody that tuned in on TikTok, I just came over from that platform. I can't keep up with those questions there. I don't have the ability to control that as nice as I can on YouTube. So just come over to YouTube and I'll answer all those questions. Just go to Blissful Athlete on YouTube right now. Amit is asking, how can I start? You can start right now in this moment. It's always time to start. Every morning, I'm not sure what time zone you're in, Amit, but I'm currently in Pacific Standard Time. Every morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., I'm going to be participating in this global meditation practice. I'll also be guiding individuals, helping those that are wanting to learn a little bit more during that time. But I really do recommend just joining in at the link in the description below. You can join in at any time that works for you. Okay, any time at all that works for you. And it's the best way to start. You could start right now. You could start in an hour. You can start anytime you want, 24 hours a day. This will be going on. Distant diaspora, vertical roots of the master, like the banyan tree, offering the greatest healing to any being you ventures near. Yes. Oh, I lost my spot there. Again, guys, if you're asking questions on TikTok, please come over to YouTube. I'm not able to keep up with all those questions. Just go to Blissful Athlete on YouTube right now, and I'll be glad to answer those. Nicholas, thank you from Colombia. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Nicholas. King Khan, what can be done about porn, masturbation addiction? This is a really good question. And this is something that I've talked about before. I've done a lot of videos. I would first recommend that you check out the playlist that I have on NoFap, NOFAP. There's a lot of things that you could be doing as far as maintaining semen, keeping yourself away from the addiction of pornography. Meditation is one of the quickest and the fastest solutions. There's a lot of different meditation techniques that you could be incorporating. And again, I have a playlist of a few of those techniques that you could be doing. So I recommend watching some of those videos on my YouTube channel if you're struggling with porn addiction. Other thing is you could be participating in this global meditation practice. The benefit of when you sit with so many people and meditate, rather than just sitting with yourself, and maybe you already noticed this out there. The very first time I started meditating, I was like by myself. I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just jumping in. And then I started to go to group meditation practices. I went to Buddhist centers, and I was sitting down in groups of 20 people or so meditating. And I noticed right away the difference between meditating by myself and then meditating in that space of other people. So much more powerful, so much more powerful. So I really do recommend sitting in a group. Now, the more people, the more benefit. And the beauty of meditation is it does not confine you to a specific space. What happens with coronavirus right now is irrelevant. We can all sit together in a Zoom session and create that powerful energy field, allow the super consciousness to radiate, and we gain the benefit of not just one individual, ourself meditating, we gain the benefit of sitting with countless people. The goal is 10,000 people all across the globe at any given point, 24 hours a day. And so I really do recommend, whether you're struggling with addiction in any form, want to improve your meditation practice, expand consciousness, help heal the world of coronavirus, to sit down and meditate with each and every one of us that is doing so across the globe. And again, you can get that in the description below. There's a link for you to sign up, and you can just join in at any time of the day if you'd like to do that. So thank you for asking that, King Khan. Eva is asking, sorry for the stupid question, but why is Hinduism often misunderstood for worshiping the devil? I would honestly say that it's not even being misunderstood in a lot of cases. It's just being plain stated that because it's not a specific religion, then you're worshiping the devil. I won't really speak much on other religious practices. I respect all other religions and their practices. What I don't respect is when somebody just makes a disgusting statement like that. Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, is the most peaceful religion on the planet. India is one of the only nations on the planet that has never crossed outside of its own borders to attack anybody. It has tried to defend itself many times. Unfortunately, roughly 500 million Indians have either been murdered, raped, or converted into other religions that have come and destroyed India and its original culture. So to say that the peaceful religion of Hinduism and that it's worshiping the devil or it's satanic or it's negative in some way, but those very religions that are claiming that are the ones that have come and raped women, murdered women, murdered babies, beheaded individuals that were peacefully practicing their religion. And this is a real number, 500 million within India over the span of a few thousand years. To say that we are worshiping the devil in any way is quite disgusting, to be honest. And so when somebody says that, they simply do not understand what Sanatana Dharma is, and their ignorance is just blinding them. And so in those scenarios, I don't respect what they say. I don't acknowledge what they say, and what they say is kind of irrelevant. Worshipping the devil is the last thing that Hinduism is. What people don't understand about Sanatana Dharma is that in Hinduism, there's countless ways for you to connect to God. God is the relationship that you have with God is how you feel most connected to the divine. That's why there's millions of gods in Hinduism, because some people might be a little bit more masculine and might connect to God in the form of Hanuman. Some might be more feminine and want to connect to the wealth aspect of the divine, let's say, such as Lakshmi. Some people connect to the divine in various different ways, and it is your right to do that. It is your right to connect to the divine in however you would like. So in Sanatana Dharma, it might be seen as devil worship in this way, but really that's not the case at all. It's the exact opposite of that. It's just connecting to divine in the way that resonates with you most. And it does not encourage in any way violence against any other being. Ahimsa, non-violence, is a tattva. It's an eternal principle of Sanatana Dharma, which is one reason why the country of India has never gone outside of its borders to attack another country. I'm seeing some more questions on TikTok. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm only taking questions from my YouTube channel. So if you have a question that you would like to have asked, please come over and I'll get to those here. Thank you for that question though, Ava. Oh, I lost my spot. To everybody that's tuned in, thank you so much. Truly do appreciate this. Giant Kid, I'm here from TikTok. Thanks for being here. Nicholas is asking a question. I'll pull this one up. I have to necessarily be a physical guru. I'm in South America and there are no gurus around. I'm here, the odd crazy hippie that loves yoga and Indian traditions. Nicholas, just to first and foremost, a guru is beyond time and space. Guru, of course, to be in their physical presence is ideal. However, they work on you beyond time and space. Many people have a guru that is no longer in the body. Their guru can still work on them, can still elevate them to the higher and higher levels of existence. So to be in the physical presence of a guru is not a requirement. However, yes, I will always say that it is the best place to be as far as conscious expansion, expanding your consciousness. The guru is an intense energy frequency itself. When you get closer to a guru, it's like the intensity of existence just starts picking up more and more and more and more and more. you're constantly faced with different patterns, different experiences that demand you to either drop and raise yourself to higher levels of existence. And it's really a beautiful way of living. I spent 3 years living with my guru, with him physically. It was the most amazing time of my life, most empowering, most expansive. Again, however, you can have a guru's guidance without being in their physical presence. My guru is not in the physical presence of the vast majority of his disciples. His disciples are across the entire globe, but he still works on each and every one of us. If you're interested in a little bit more understanding of a guru and their presence, their importance of having a guru, I would really recommend downloading a book called Living Enlightenment. And I'll post that in the description after I finish this live. It's a really powerful book. I encourage a lot of people, when people ask me questions and message me on whether Instagram or other platforms, the main thing that I basically always tell them is, if they're new and they want to understand some spiritual concepts and understand the role of guru, read Living Enlightenment. And it will awaken you to so much. It'll empower you in a very, very impactful way. So thanks for asking that, Nicholas. Yes, distant diaspora, just a simple request is enough to find the divine. My guru just said this the other day. You don't even need to create a sankalpa. You don't even need to create an intention to connect with the divine. It can just happen from a simple request. Paramashiva, please, whatever this space of meditation is, whatever this space of Paramashivatva is, please just infuse this within me. Allow me to experience that state. And that's all that it takes. That's all that is needed for you to experience and taste the divine within you. Nicholas, I see that you just said, I'm willing to meet a real master. That's great. Download and read Living Enlightenment, okay? Dharamavir, can you please do a Zoom session on this? Yeah, I'm actually planning on doing Zoom sessions. Anybody that's first and foremost interested in learning the original yoga, let's say you don't know what Nithyananda Yoga is, you've heard me talk about it, or you've seen a few videos, or maybe you even do know what Nithyananda Yoga is, but you want a little bit more background into the teachings and why it's the original yoga, and you want to learn how to practice the original yoga, or you want to just learn a little bit more in depth about various yogic philosophies, download or go to the link in my Instagram bio. I don't have a link here, so I'll put it there after this live stream is over as well. But go to the link in my Instagram bio, and what you'll find there is a link saying how to practice the original yoga. Sign up there, and a webinar is going to be announced soon. A new date is going to be announced soon. Take part in that. It will 100% help you in learning a lot more of what you've been seeing from me just on my social media platforms. And I can guarantee that you'll have, you'll enjoy the content that I share. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't been sharing. And again, if you're interested specifically on yoga as well. Mehul is asking, guide me how to start meditation. If you watch this video from the beginning, start there. And what I'm going to do is moving forward, I think for maybe the next 30 days, we'll see. My intention is to do it for 30 days, but I want to, just in case something comes up in my schedule, I'm kind of waiting. The next 30 days, I hope to go live every morning, and I'll continuously guide individuals, and I'll do a Q&A after, most likely, to help answer and support individuals that are interested in starting a meditation practice. Mehul is saying, pranams, when I sit for meditation, every time more and more thoughts in my mind. How do I control that? Thoughts are going to arise. Mind is supposed to have thoughts. Allow the mind to have thoughts. Never try and force the mind to stop. When your thoughts are arising, you could almost even encourage that in a sense. But the whole thing that we're focusing on specifically is to unclutch from the thoughts that happen. Means disengage. Allow them to be. Forget about them existing. Don't allow them to hold strength over you, to empower, to disempower you in some way. How I like to get into that rhythm personally is I like to first focus on unclutching my body as much as I can. So you'll always notice tension in your shoulders when you first start to sit down and meditate. Focus on unclutching the shoulders. Focus on unclutching your back, relaxing your entire being. You should be able to melt in a space of just sitting as still as possible. Then I like to transition that. This is what I like to do. I'd like to transition that to the mind. I say, okay, I've just unclutched my body, all of the tension within me. Let me unclutch all of the tension happening with the mind stuff. The more that I unclutch from the body and then I start unclutching from the mind, when the activity happens and you just see it, you're like, it's okay. Allow it to be there. Allow the thoughts to arise. But when you catch the thought current happen, one thought, and they cling to one another. Sometimes you'll sit down and you'll be like meditating, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, I wasn't meditating at all. The past 2 minutes I was just thinking. If that's ever happened to you, I know it's happened to me. When that happens, just disengage. Unclutch. Remember, I'm supposed to be sitting in a space of unclutched, restful awareness. It's just this continuous practice of releasing. When you do that, you continuously unclutch. You'll find that strength, that will persistence starts building the awareness, the focus of sitting in a space of Paramashivatva, radiating that state and space of the divine. Just checking out a few more questions. Seeing a lot of comments. Everybody that's tuned in, thanks so much. I'm going to wrap up this Q&A here. If you guys were on TikTok, sorry I didn't get to your questions. Ask all of your questions on YouTube. Come to my YouTube channel and ask your questions there, okay? Laura's asking, where can someone order authentic rudraksha necklaces? I can give you a link for 2 places. One is an affiliate, a company that's sponsored us. It's much nicer jewelry. It is more expensive, but I really do stand behind it. They have a guru that's awakened the rudraksha energy, initiated it properly. However, unfortunately, there is no like online store to have rudraksha jewelry that's energized by my guru. So I can't give any specific sources for that as of right now, which is why I encourage this other company, which is called Shivaloka Jewelry, Om Shivaloka Jewelry. I'll put a link in the description below for you there. And then if it's a little bit too much for you, there's also some Etsy stores and whatnot. But like I said, you really need to be careful when it comes to rudraksha because it's storing energy. It's storing information. And you can either get a rudraksha energy bead that comes with an improper initiation, or it could just be like a blank disc. I did a video talking about rudraksha before, holding up a memory chip. Rudraksha is like a memory chip, storing information. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they get it and it's just dead. There's nothing in it. There's no information in it. You want the divine installed into that. You want the grace of Paramashiva installed into the rudraksha. So it's really important to have it energized properly. So again, the only one place that I recommend, I'll put that link down in the description below for you. I hope that helps, Laura. Last couple questions here. Is the Anya chakra the key to feeling lit? Is the Anya chakra the key to feeling lit? I'm not sure exactly what you're saying is, but Kundalini awakening and third eye awakening by my guru have by far been the greatest things that ever happened to me. If your Kundalini and third eye is not yet awakened, I highly, highly, highly recommend going and participating in Paramashivoham. And participating in that program means you're going to get your Kundalini awakened. You're going to get your third eye awakened. It leads to that lit feeling, I'm assuming, that you're asking about. And if somebody comes across me and they just say, there's something about that guy, like something about him that really resonates, odds are it's that essence of Guru's grace flowing through me that you're resonating with, and that happens through Kundalini awakening and third eye opening. So that lit feeling is very much possible for anybody. Just be vegetarian, detox your body continuously, and take part in Paramashivoham. That's the simplest solution to having that happen for you. So I hope that helps. Good question, Adrian. Oh, glad, Laura, that helped. Okay, last question. Do you feel it in your spine? Yeah, it's a good question. I'm feeling you mean it as Kundalini. Kundalini Shakti 100% flows through the spine for me. What you'll notice is sometimes there might be a lot of heat. Sometimes it might be like a subtle, it's really tough to put it into words, a subtle energetic sensation that's very light. And then also at the same time, ever since my Kundalini was awakened, there's a mudra called Shakti Chalan Mudra. And it's actually where you awaken, you pull the Kundalini Shakti up. And if you see me move, I can play with my Kundalini at any point that I want. I can shoot it up and down my spine whenever I want. And there's this sensation of being able to like control that energy. Like I'm holding it right now, but it's not easy. And it's like you have to fight off that bliss almost. Not that you want to fight it off, but it's like a sensation of you have to control almost. Kind of tough to describe. I'm doing my best right now. It raises up the spine. For me, I can pull it up. It's all the way up to my Sahasrara chakra, like it's pulsing at my third eye. It's a very powerful sensation, and it's light in nature as well. It's one of those things where it's like, can you describe what chocolate ice cream tastes like to somebody that's never had ice cream before? Probably not, right? It's pretty kind of difficult to do that. It's an experience that you have to have. So I really do recommend having that experience for yourself. I don't want to just make things up and say, oh, I'm so great. This has nothing to do with me. This is all a possibility for everybody on humanity. And it's, like I said, Paramashivoham. You go to paramashivoham.org and you can sign up and find out and have that experience for yourself. And so with that, I'll close this session out today. I was not expecting to go this long, but thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll leave those links in the description below and make sure that I get to those. So after we go live, you can feel free to check those out. And yes, thank you so much for tuning in as always, everybody. And we'll see you guys in future sessions. And I will be here again tomorrow morning. I'll be going live, doing a meditation from 8 a.m. with our global meditation community that our guru has initiated everybody into. Again, called the Akanda Nirvikalpa Samadhi Jnana Yajna. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it is an incredible experience to be sitting and meditating with so many people across the world. So definitely do not miss that. And we'll see you guys on future videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be blissful. Nithyanandam, everyone.